and up. Good. I think this is a day I definitely need to record. 2. All right, we're gonna slow it down right here. Down, 2, up, 2. Good. Down and up. Chest is lifted. Down and up. One more. Good. Forward step and reach. So forward step, bring it back. I'm just excited it's warmed up a little bit. It's going to be like over 0, close to freezing. Add a little turn. I'm proud of myself. We've been keeping our house pretty cool and I haven't been whining about it. 2 more. All right, side step. We're gonna reach, open and close the fingers. Start to wake up those hands. It'll also help loosen up those joints a little bit. Feel a little bit better. 3, 2, good. Backward step. We're gonna open and close at the chest. Good. 4, 3, 2, let's change the arms, reaching overhead, up and down. Good. 4, 3, 2, good. We're gonna jog it out right here. Nice easy jog, high knee march, whatever you gotta do. All right, jumping jacks, out and in, out and in. Good. 4, 3, 2, good. Heel kick jog. So nice, good heel kick jog. Hamstring curls if that's what you need. Good. All right, skaters right here, skaters. This is going to be a really funny video. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's go ahead and march it out. Grab a drink of water. All right, I'm leaving my phone on today. So I'm hoping I got everybody. All right, so, and it helps too, like, I'll try to remember to bring it up like on Thursday and next week and whatnot. But if it ever happens, spread the word. You can forward the email. If somebody's like, hey, I don't have the link and you've got it, go ahead and forward it to them. It's okay. It's okay. Thankfully, this only happens like once every few months. All right, so we have our Tabata workout today. So we're gonna do kickstand deadlifts and a row or a rear delt. Row or a rear delt. So if you did have to join a little bit late today, that's fine. Just do body weight for a while or take it nice and easy and lighter with the weights to get your body a little chance to warm up. So we're gonna start with kickstand deadlifts, 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left, alternating with rows or rear flies. So we've got our time. Kickstand deadlifts, 3, 2, and 1. Good, it's 20 seconds. It's not a lot, which is good because if you want to try a little bit of a heavier weight, this is a good day to do it because we're not going for very long. We're only going to get about 8 to 10 reps in that 20 seconds, which is perfect. Good. 2 and 1. Good. We're going to do rows or a rear fly. You can do both arms at the same time. I'm going heavier, so I'm choosing to do one side today. Good. Our time is on. So I'm choosing to do one arm. You're welcome to do both arms, especially if you only have 1 or 2 sets of weights, or if you want to go for a little bit higher rep range because your weights are a little bit lighter. But I'm just gonna have fun doing one side and then halfway through I'll switch. Good, bring it up, back for our kickstand deadlift. So kickstands, your foot's just back like a kickstand on a bike. You're nice and tall. Good, time's on. So a nice, good forward fold. Pushing the hips back. So if you see, I'm pushing my hip back before I bow. It's not quite a squat, but I am allowing my hips to go behind my knees a little bit. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, rows, rows, rows. I like this one because I can kind of stick with the same weight. It's nice. 2 and 1. Good. Bringing it up. You can have your feet hip width apart if you prefer. That's fine. I'm just getting a little extra double whammy on this leg. So this is my strong leg, my stable leg throughout the first half. Then I'll switch and do the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing it up. Switching to the other side. We got to do our other one. Nice, good kickstand deadlift. Shoulders up, down, and back. I like arm out just for fun. You can have it arm reaching if that's easier for you to kind of have that mental aspect. So nice and tall. The front leg is doing the work. We're staying tall. Chest is lifted. Feeling just a little stretch in the hamstring. And then a nice good glute squeeze, which is helping push the hips. Good. Last one. All right, rows. I like it because it's kind of helping push the hips. If you need to do your deadlifts both feet flat on the floor, good, time's on, that's okay too. That's perfectly all right. So you do what works for you. I just want you to get some deadlifts and some rows in. Single leg work is good. It's good. So it's nice. Sometimes when we use both legs, we don't realize it. One of our legs will take over. Good. Bring it up. Last time through. So your right leg may be stronger and it'll take over and do a little bit more work. Good. Time's on. And you won't even realize it's doing it. So doing single leg work is a good way to learn and to give each leg individual attention. Kind of like pets, right? Sometimes they just need a little individual attention. 2 and 1. Good. Rows. Last time. So again, shoulders down and back, forward fold. We're coming up and back at an angle. So good having that forward fold. Just making sure we're not hunkering over, because when I hunker over, it becomes a bicep exercise. But if I lift my chest, then it becomes the back exercise I want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Super quick drink of water. Working on to round 2. We're going to do squats and we're going to do straight arm press backs. We're going to go skiing. So squats. You pick your squat. You want to do narrow squats, wide squats, body weight, grab a weight, whatever you want to do. So 3, 2, 1. Good. Just a nice basic squat. And I love these. I love doing these. These are awesome. Yes? Especially if you've got a bench between your feet. So if you decide to do a workout on the weekend or do some squats, put a bench between your feet, squat down, keeping the chest up, and tap that weight to the bench. Good. Bring it up. Straight arm press backs. Straight arm press backs. This is usually a light to medium weight. I'm going a little heavier today. Good. So straight arm press back. Palms are facing in. Little forward fold. You can be more upright, but I want you to squeeze your glutes so that we don't arch our back or let it swing, right? So core is tight, but a forward fold gets you a little bit of a bigger range of motion. Good. All right. We're going to go ahead and stay where we are. Go our squats. I'm keeping my 8s because 2 8s actually weigh more than 115. Good. Down and up. Nice, good squats. Lots of options. Remember, we already did deadlifts, so we don't want our squats to be a forward fold. We want to stay tall. Yes, our body is going to move forwards a little bit, but think about keeping your chest lifted. So we got to work the back side of the body. Last one. This is a good way to do it. All right, going for our straight arm press backs. 2, 1. Good. Straight arm press backs. Now, if you'd like, yes, you can alternate right, left. This will be a good kind of core exercise as well, because when we do one arm, we tend to want to rotate. Can you hold yourself steady? And try not to rotate. Or keep doing both. Good. Squats, round 3. I'm going to do some narrow squats. 3, 2, 1. Good. Something to consider. Narrow squats tend to be a little more challenging than wide squats, depending on your hips. We don't want to let the knees knock when we do narrow squats. If they don't feel good, keep doing a regular squat. These get a little more quad. Good. Bring it up. Straight arm press backs. It's fun how changing your position can change how it feels. 2, 1. Good. So nice, good straight arm press backs. Again, just a little push the hip back like you're resting your butt on the wall that's behind you. So your weight is still in your feet, but you're doing a little weight shift. Hips are a little bit behind your knees. Good. Bring it up. Last round. You can do plie squats, wide squats, whatever you'd like. 2, 1. Good. I'm going back for my narrows just because we don't do these very often. But my chest still stays up and my knees are tracking between my big toe and my pinky toe. So you want to imagine you've got a small ball between your knees, between your thighs. So they have to go the same distance, stay the same distance up and down. Good. I'm getting one more. Straight arm press backs. Last time. 2 and 1. Good. Straight arm press backs. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and bring it up. We're going to shake it out. Super quick drink of water. Moving on to our next combination. So we're going to do a curtsy lunge into a side lunge. So 2 right, 2 left, and tricep kick back since we didn't do any triceps yesterday. So you can do this body weight. Grab a weight you're comfortable with. Curtsy to side. 3, 2, 1. Good. So it's just a curtsy lunge. You can tap and then you step into a side lunge. You can do a reverse lunge instead of a curtsy if that's what you prefer. You can also add a little balance challenge. You curtsy, you bring it up. You side lunge, you bring it up. Yes? All right, good. Tricep kickbacks. Up to you if you want to do both arms or just one. Good. So just a nice, good tricep kickback. And I'm choosing to do single arm. In this round, I'm doing palms facing in. I'm probably going to switch to a palms forward later on. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Curtsy lunge to side lunge. I'm doing the same side. Work on a little balance. 2 and 1. Good. So a curtsy with or without the tap. Side lunge. Yes. You can always just do your step back and your step side if you need to. Adding that knee lift. And remember, whatever leg is in front or to the side is the one you push off with. Don't rely on this leg to pull you. Good. All right. Triceps. 3, 2, 1. Good. A nice, good tricep kickback. Yes, you can be more upright again. Just make sure that we're not popping that shoulder forwards. Shoulders are down and back in our back pocket. So it's at an angle just to work against gravity. 2 and 1. Good. All right, curtsy to kick or curtsy to side lunge, other side. 2, 1. Good. So curtsy, tap if you need to before stepping out to the side. I kind of like side lunges many days because it winds up popping my hip. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Doesn't hurt, but I'm definitely getting a little inner thigh stretch going on in there. Last one. Good. Triceps. I'm going to drop my weights a little. I'm going to turn my palms forwards so you can see your fingers to do my kickbacks. Think about your shoulder position. We don't want to have them in and just wind up doing bicep curls. Arms are out just a smidge. Taking those elbows back. You can keep palms in if it feels better. This just changes how you get that muscle to work. 2 and 1. Good. All right. Curtsy to side lunge. Last round. 2 and 1. Good. Curtsy and side. So nice, good curtsy. Still keeping that knee over our shoelaces as much as possible. Doesn't have to be a big step, just a little cross behind. We sit into this hip just a little bit more. Good. All right, tricep kickbacks. Last time. So even if your weight is really light or you're not using any weight at all, you should still be able to tense up that muscle. So even if it's body weight only, when you take your arm back, you should be able to get a little squeeze like you are using a weight. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. Shake it out. We have one more round up, and then option to go to the floor for the last 2. So we're gonna do swings. So like our wood chopper. So think about doing a wood chopper. And then we're gonna do front raise, side raise combination with our shoulders. Now, if you wanna do body weight, pretend you're holding a weight. We've got our axe. We go down, we squeeze our glutes, bring it up. We do not arch, right? All right, grab a weight if you would like. 3, 2, and 1. Good, so we stay nice and tall. This is momentum. This is not arms. It's not a front raise. This is just a little close the car door, and then we push to the heels and squeeze our glutes until we're standing up nice and tall. Little cardio with this one. Good. All right, front raise, side raise combo. I'm sticking a little lightweight with this one today. Good. Front raise, side raise. Switch sides. If you want to make it a little extra, stand on a balance beam, stand on one foot. Yes? Good. Hand position that feels good for you. So front to side. You can also do this body weight and make it a balance challenge. Good. Bring it down. Swings. Next round. Good. Time is on. So feet are hip width apart, toes are pointing forwards. Make sure you've got a good grip on that weight. But again, it's not a big swing. I don't want you going all the way down and doing this big, huge swing. You're going to catch that weight right in the V. Good. Bring it down. All right, front raise, side raise. Good. And I'm doing balance beam again, and I'm doing the opposite foot is in front this time. You can do a single leg stand if you'd like. You can just have your feet super close together. Or you can just do this normal stance, work on those shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, back to our swings. We got 2 more rounds. So remember, it's not a squat and a front raise, although that works. So it's a little swing. If you've done boot camp with me outside, you've done this one before with the kettlebells. So again, nice and tall. This is our drinking bird. Drinking bird. Catch it right in the V, right in the crease of your hips. Good. Go ahead and bring it down. Front raise, side raise. This is why I picked light weights for this one, because those kettlebells, good. Time is on. Front side. Even just using a dumbbell, yes, you get shoulders. It's not a shoulder exercise per se, but you do get shoulders. So we get a lot of shoulders with this one. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, one more round. And again, that's why body weight is awesome. Do what you can. Good. So nice and tall, shoulders down and back. You'll see I'm really catching my hands right between my thighs, not between my knees. chest is tall. I'm not bending over a lot. I close the car door and then I stand up. Good, 2 and 1. Good, all right, set it down. Front raise, side raise, last time. If you're starting to feel it and you're not sure how you're gonna feel later, lower the weights or ditch the weights completely. Have fun with your balance. Good, nice and tall. Grip the floor with those feet. Even though I know you're in shoes, your foot makes a triangle. Yes? Good, bring it down. Shake it out, grab a drink. Decide if you want to stay up or down today. So we're gonna head down to the floor. We have chest presses and glute bridges. For chest presses, you can do a wall push-up, you can do a banded chest press, incline push-up. Glute bridges, you can do chair stands, you can do some more deadlifts, and that's okay. And then we're gonna do inner thigh lifts, which for standing, you're just gonna do inner thighs, and we're gonna do planks. So nothing fancy, just nice and basic today. So decide if you wanna do chest presses, which that's what I'm gonna do, or if you want to stay up and do a banded chest press or a wall push-up, whatever you prefer. So we're gonna roll it down, knees bend, feet flat. We're gonna go ahead and grab our weights, have them ready. 3, 2, 1. Good, nice, good chest press. Now you can do a couple arm positions. I'm doing neutral grip, which means that my forearms or my upper arms actually touch my torso when I go up and down. My palms are facing each other. My elbows are kind of pointing towards my heels or my knees. Shoulders are down and back. Good, set the weights down. You can place one weight in the crook of your hips and hold it for your glute bridges if you'd like. 2, 1, good. So just a nice good lift and then set it back down again. Remember to keep that little bit of a pelvic tuck the entire time and try not to rest in between each rep. So try to just touch the backside down and then lift again. So we're keeping that neutral rib. Good, bring it down, grab those weights. Second option for your chest presses is to have the arms out at a little bit of an angle and then bring it back up. So your elbows will be lower than your shoulders. They should not be parallel to the floor. Your head down to your elbows should look like the point of an arrow. Good, bring it down, going back for our glute bridges. So just a little bit of a pelvic tuck. We're gonna squeeze those glutes, lift and lower. Here we go, so lift and lower. So try to keep, a lot of times we lower and we like to relax and the ribs kind of relax. We want to keep that bit of a core tightness. So when our glutes lift up, the rest of our torso comes with them. Good, back to our chest presses. So if you're doing a banded chest press, you're going to take that band behind you and push your arms out and then bring them back in. Whatever position you're in, your shoulders are relaxed. So our shoulder blades should be stabilizing our body as we're doing chest presses and push-ups. So our shoulder blades stabilize to our torso, which stabilizes our shoulder. Last one. Good, glute bridges. Option, you can do a single leg for the next 2 rounds. Good, lift and lower. So you can do one leg this round and the next leg the last round if you would like to. If you have pelvis issues, SI joint issues, stick with both feet on the ground until you get a little bit stronger and you get a decrease in discomfort. Good. All right, last round. Nice, good chest presses. Time is on. So again, elbows will be lower than your shoulders, whether they're just out to the side or whether they are in close to your torso. Good. Bring it down. Glute bridges, last round. And your time is on. So little pelvis tuck, squeeze the glutes. Think about your knee position. It's a lot to think about when we do these exercises, but it's also a good thing because then we find out, hey, I've been letting my knees wobble. So now I can focus on keeping my knees nice and neutral and pushing them over my toes. Good, bring it down, short rest. We're gonna roll onto our side. So if you're standing, you're gonna do the same thing. It'll be helpful to stand next to a chair so you've got something to hold on to. So if we are on our side, our front leg is gonna come across and you can have the inside of the foot down. You can be up if it's comfortable or just lie down on your side. The leg that's on the floor, don't let it come in front and be in front of your body, and don't let it be way behind. We wanna think straight. Pull the toe up. We're gonna lift that entire inner thigh towards the ceiling and set it back down again. 20 seconds, your time is on. So we're just gonna do a lift and a lower. And some of you may feel a little uncomfortable in your hip. It doesn't have to go very high. You don't have to get it all the way up, right? Just a nice, good, slow, steady lift. If you want, you can lift and hold. If that feels better, that works. 2 and 1. Good. Plank or dead bug. Yes, you can do dead bugs. So plank or dead bug. Your time is on. It's only 20 seconds, so I'm going to try to go for a toe plank today. My shoulders are feeling pretty good, even after all the shoulder work. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it down. All right, going back to our inner thigh. I'm going to do the same side. So again, you want this leg to be straight. Don't let it be bent, and just kick your foot up there. So think nice, good, straight leg, and try to have it straight in line, like if you were standing up and you just kind of flopped over to the side. So just a nice, good lift and lower. We do a lot of outer thigh, not always enough inner thigh. Good, going back to our planks. And of course that's on me, but we also do a lot of just total leg exercises. Good, your time is on. So nice, good plank. Think about tightening that tummy. A plank, you should feel your glutes squeezing, your quads squeezing, your core, shoulders in your back pocket. Head is neutral. A lot of times we tend to drop it to the floor. Good, bring it down. All right, going to the other side for our inner thighs. We want to try to find that neutral neck position when we do these. Good, your time is on. So just a nice, good inner thigh lift. So a lot of times people are like, well, can I do it this way? The only reason I don't like that one, it's possible, is because it gets your hips out of alignment. So we're trying to keep our hips stacked, one on top of the other. Good. All right, let's go to planks. And on this side, I definitely feel that inner thigh. Now, if you want to do a side plank this round and then the other side the next round, you can. Or just keep going with your standard plank or dead bugs. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, inner thigh. Last time. And then again, I don't usually do flat foot. Good, time's on. I don't usually do flat foot. I have it on the inside of my foot just because it's a better position for my ankle. And it's okay if your knee is not touching the floor. Mine's not either. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, planks, last round. If you did a side plank last time, do the other side this time. 2 and 1. Good. Nice, good lift. So working on your planks will also help you a bit with your push-ups, because that's all it is. A push-up is a moving plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it down. Short rest. So you can come to a seated position when you are ready. All right. So you can grab a drink if you need to. Just don't go from floor to standing right away, especially if you're lying on your back for dead bugs. All right. So we're just going to take our legs out a little bit. Don't have to be very far. Toes pointing to the ceiling. Little turn, and then just a little reach. So it's okay, again, if you don't get all the way turned and you can't touch your toes and you're just grabbing behind the thigh, that's okay. You can see I kind of barely get to my toes. Good, and we're gonna reach out and we're just gonna walk ourselves around, reaching out until we get to the other side. Good, we're gonna reach out, bring it into the center, and then if you can't, it's okay. We're gonna take our legs just a little bit wider, and then we're just gonna reach. You'll see my inflexible self does not get very far, but that's okay. We're just doing a good reach, little inner thigh stretch. Good, we're gonna bring it in. We're gonna walk those feet in. We're going to keep our feet a little bit wide, and we're just going to go one side to the other for our matador. So just side to side. Now, if you want to make this more of a challenge, the more upright you sit, the more challenging this will be. And if you can, even trying not to hold on. So you are going to kind of walk around your living room or your basement a little bit. But we're working on inner and outer thigh movement in those hips. Good, let's just bring it into the center. Take our feet together for a nice good frog stretch. Good, sitting nice and tall. Again, start with your feet out, then gradually start to bring them in, sitting tall. Gentle press out of the knees. You can grab ankles, feet, whatever works. All right, good. You can sit however you would like. Legs straight, cross leg, whatever feels better. Hand on the floor. Nice good side bend, reaching for the sky. Good, other side. Good, and we're gonna bring it up and we're gonna come to a half kneeling stance. So half kneeling stance, tuck, squeeze, little push forwards, and we're going to do something a little different. So we tuck, we squeeze, little push, we're gonna turn. This hand is gonna push in while the thigh pushes out. So a little torso stretch, but keeping that leg nice and steady and stretching that back hip. Good, return to the center, switching sides. So again, half kneeling. We tuck, we squeeze, little push forwards, feeling a stretch. We turn, hand presses in as the thigh presses out. Nice good isometric stretch. Good, back in the center, sitting, standing, kneeling, whatever feels good for you. Tuck the tails, reach back, squeeze the shoulders together, then pull down. And you can basket weave, you can just use one hand to grab the other. You can just reach. Good, bring it down. And we're gonna look to one side and then we're gonna look to the other. So just nice good head turns, side to side. Good, bring the head up and now we're gonna tilt the ear to the shoulder. Side to side. Try to keep our shoulders parallel and level and move just our head on our neck. Good. Let's take a couple deep breaths in. Give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Then take it back out. Good. One more time. Big breath in. Good pat on the back. And out. And you are all done. Woohoo!